Alright, hey guys, what's up? It is Savannah, and today I'm here with you for a scary conspiracy theory video. Ooh, that was really dumb, sorry. Because it's October, it's Halloween, time to get spooky. I have always been drawn to really creepy stuff. So anyway, I have found some conspiracy theories for you today that are kind of scary and tie in with my October theme. So I'm going to be sharing those with y'all today, and I hope you enjoy them. And so let's get started with theory number 1. So Max Spears is a UFOologist, UFOologist. He looks into UFOs. So this guy is from the UK, and he basically just traveled around Europe, spreading the word about all these different conspiracy theories he believed in, and what happened to him, and what things he saw in his dreams, and just really opened up the minds of different college students and things of that nature. So he's really well known around England and Europe and all that kind of stuff. So lots of colleges and universities will ask him to come speak about all of his findings and things that he believes in. And the day before he was scheduled to have this conference, he was found dead. No one knows how he died. There was no autopsy done.
Mogliśmy m.in. przeprowadzić kluczowych w tego typu przypadkach sekcji zwłok.
Everyone who was there at the scene just says it was natural causes. So when the family found out about this, they were like, okay, he was perfectly healthy. He was just 39 years old. How did he die? There's no way. It was just natural causes. And so his mom and everyone looked into it and found out there was a lot more to the story. So while Max was in Poland, he called his girlfriend and said lots of really crazy stuff that obviously was disturbing to her. He said he was terrified and wanted to leave. They were doing very black magic and satanic rituals to deprogram him and get rid of demons. So he also said they had given him something to put him in a coma. So the theory is that the government had Miles killed before he could speak out on anything top secret that the government didn't want the population to know about, like aliens or mind control or the Illuminati, things like that. So instead of letting him go and spread all these ideas, they just had him killed. Which is something, honestly, I feel like as our culture kind of grows, like we're becoming more aware of this kind of thing. And whenever Kurt Cobain or like someone like Michael Jackson or someone like that dies, it's like, oh, the government killed him. Like it's just become such a thing now that everyone talks about. But with this, I kind of believe, is that, I don't know, please don't hate me. I mean, there's like so much evidence, like none of this stuff here is adding up. First off, his girlfriend gets this super weird disturbing call saying all that mess. Next, he knows this guy named Miles who further clarifies what he was claiming with his girlfriend. Miles says first off that they were being tracked down by at least 4 pairs of agents.
In fact, we were being tracked by at least 4 pairs of agents.
Which is just like, why is nobody talking about this? Like they were literally being tracked down. So the government put him in what is called a trauma-inducing mind control state. This allows someone to be able to alter personalities, kind of like multiple personality disorder. So basically what the government wanted to do was get him to silence, and instead of just killing him, they were just going to, you know, alter his brain a little bit, make him think a different way. And then when they realized that that wasn't going to work and it was just messing with his head even more, they just decided to have him killed.
You can program a person's personality.
So they behave in different ways according to what you
yes,
want
and with
to
a
do.
trigger word, which is what's called a trigger word, bingo, they will switch.
Miles is suggesting here that Max, if I've got this right, could be switched on and off into different states by unknown people.
It's called trauma-induced mind control. You put the individual into a state of trauma, so their normal personality basically wants to get out of that trauma. It wants to kill the pain. And once that happens, bingo, you shatter the person.
It was said that when he was found dead, he had vomited 2 liters, some kind of black substance, some kind of black liquid. And it says that he died of natural causes. It's like, okay, that is not, it's like that, how was that natural in any way? Like no one dies like, oh yeah, he died, there was like some black blood, there was some black liquid like oozing out. That's fine, like that's not normal. But yet everyone who was there saying like, oh, it's just natural causes, like, you know, like air pollution and things like that. Like what? Like that's not at all natural. Nothing about black liquid is natural. What about that is a natural cause of death? Like, Max Snyder was known for looking into the lives of famous politicians, businessmen, entertainers. It was even discovered by his mom that after he had died, everything from his laptop all his information, everything that he had researched was just completely wiped off of his computer. There was not a single trace left on it. So not only did he die of natural causes, but on top of that, everything that he had worked for was completely vanished. So his mom released a statement saying, "I think Max had been digging in some dark places and somebody wanted him dead." If that doesn't give you the chills, like his own mother is like, this is not, there's something more. And just the fact that she may never be able to have those answers is just, I hate it. Like, you shouldn't be able to have to live with the fact of, I don't know how my own son died. So the last clue of this whole thing goes back to a text message that he sent to his mom the day before he died. And it reads, "If anything happens to me, investigate." Like, that was one of the last text messages he ever sent. And like, no one is talking about this for some reason. No one's looking into this more. There's like no circulation around this topic at all. And I don't understand why. Like, this is super intriguing. Like, this guy died and we don't know how, but all we know is that he was super into conspiracy theories. He was super passionate about things that didn't add up in life and aliens and things that are unknown, and then he just gone. So anyway, I don't know, you guys can leave your comments below on what you think that whole take is. I know he might have been, I know there was some talk of he might have been on drugs and things like that, but if you have any more research about this topic, make sure to comment below so we can discuss that further, because you know I'm weird like that.
Attack, under astral attack, and under physical attack, to stop me from coming to Warsaw to be able to convey this information to you.
So the next topic I want to tell you guys about is the Denver International Airport. Now this airport I've been to before. It's massive. It was built way bigger than expected. It went $2 million over budget. It is this giant airport basically in the middle of nowhere. And so I remember when I was going, I got lost a few times. It was snowing outside, so it was delayed, so I was stuck there for forever, so I just walked around, and yeah, it's ginormous. There's actually two conspiracy theories I'm going to talk about the Denver airport.
Google the words DIA conspiracy and there are 46,000 results. Many believe it's being used for government cover-up.
The first conspiracy theory is that it was built by the New World Order. Now, those of you who don't know what the New World Order is, it's basically the Illuminati. So first off, we have the Freemason symbol. So the Freemasons are this super secret society that date back to the 1800s or possibly before, that basically just wanted to control all of society as a whole, which that might sound familiar to you, basically how the Illuminati started. So the symbol for the Freemasons is actually found on the dedication stone inside the Denver airport. Just clear as day, the Freemason Illuminati symbol is just right there, just chilling, just hanging out. If you look at the date, it says March 19th, 1994, but if you add all those numbers together, it equals 33. And 33 is the highest level you can achieve in Freemasonry. They had different levels of, like, you know, different powers and things that you could consume with the secret society. The more you control, the higher up you go, the higher your number gets. And the highest you could get is 33. And this date of this airport, March 19th, 1994, adds up to 33.
Look closely at this image of the dedication stone in the Denver airport. You will see it says New World Airport Commission. The New World Order is...
Alright, bye. See y'all later. I'm moving. I'll see y'all around.
People have said that the exit arrows are very confusing and they lead to each other and there's literally no exit. Some people say that the security checkpoints literally will disappear. You turn around, they're gone. There's long corridors that lead to nowhere. One of the terminals has a huge statue and it is literally the ancient Egyptian god of death.
Now there's a lot of talk that the Illuminati had a lot to do with the Holocaust and lots of different atrocities. So there's actually a letter found inside the airport from a child who died in one of the camps.
From a child who died in Auschwitz in the Denver airport. So
there's also tons of really disturbing paintings in there. There's one of 3 women who were laying in a coffin. There's a picture of a devil jumping out of a suitcase.
And then you have animals dying and being tortured, explosions, blood, tears.
One can also see a line of weeping women holding their dead infants, and a group of dead children on a pile of bricks. This sword is stabbing a dove, which is the symbol for peace, and implies that peace will be destroyed.
Like, this is a professional organization, right? This is an international airport. People coming in and out of all over the world. You know, you want your airport to look nice and professional. Think about how much approval these paintings will have to go through. You know, they have to get approved by the state. They have to get approved by officials. They have to get approved by the airport itself. They have to get approved by the government. They have to get approved by all these different corporations. Why would these really almost satanic looking paintings pass all these different people? Like, why would you, like, if I saw these, I would never let these be in my airport. Like, why would you want these there? These represent the apocalypse, mass destruction, death, horrible, horrible things. And everyone's like, oh yeah, now let's chill, bro. Let's just put it up right there. That'll look real nice. So the next theory I want to talk to you guys about concerning the Denver airport still is that it is actually a portal to hell. You heard me right. I'm not making this one up. This is a theory. Sorry. We're going to talk about it because it's Halloween, spooky. Okay, so there's a lot of talk concerning this theory. Obviously, I don't really think that's how heaven and hell work. I don't think that an actual hellhole is based in an airport where the Denver Broncos are just chilling, you know, like a few miles to this side. And you know, I don't think that's really a thing for myself, so you guys don't think I'm crazy. That's all this is right now. People have a few different reasons to believe this. First off, it's in a really secluded location. It's just kind of in the middle of nowhere. It kind of just gives off like a creepy vibe. Like, people have said when they've gone there, they have felt some kind of negative energy, some kind of negative presence the moment they walked in. Next is the fact that they have underground tunnels. So when the Denver airport was built, they kind of messed up on the construction, and so they built on top of what they had already built, and there are just secluded underground tunnels now. So people think that could be part of an entrance to hell, or like some kind of purgatory, or lots of crazy stuff like that. One of the main focuses on this being the hub for hell, I guess. There's a 32-foot statue horse that actually killed its sculptor. While he was sculpting, he actually severed an artery and bled to death. The statue is called the Blue Mustang. Some people call it Lucifer, like Lucifer, you know, the dark angel that is now Satan. Yeah. So a lot of people think it's cursed, and apparently at night, I haven't seen it, but at night apparently its eyes are seen to be glowing reds. People think that this is the fourth horseman of the apocalypse, which represents death in Revelation. And I've read Revelation, and I remember hearing about like the horses and how each represent different thing, and how this one represents death. Ooh, it does give you chills. The way the statue is, and the eyes glowing red, and that it killed its sculptor, and that people have named it Lucifer, and that it's a sign of bad luck and all that stuff. Like, honestly, it is really creepy. So again, with all the creepy paintings that have to do with death and destruction and all the violence and gore and knives and guns, people are led to believe that this is just a very dark place, which I can kind of see why people would take it to the extent. Regardless, it's creepy. Alright, so the last story I want to talk to you guys about is the least creepy of all of these, because that's how I throw it in there, because I love it so much, and I probably will do a separate video on it just because it is a really interesting topic. But this one is, as you guys all have heard of this one, it is the Mandela effect. But don't click off of this video yet, because trust me, I'm not doing the same ones as every other YouTuber. I found new ones. If you guys don't know the Mandela effect, quick thing, it's basically remembering something differently than what had actually happened. So let's say like the one that everyone talks about is the Berenstain Bears. I remember the Berenstain Bears, you remember the Berenstain Bears, we all remember the Berenstain Bears. But in reality, it's always been the Berenstain with an A. It's like, where did that A come up? That doesn't even make any sense. Literally, when I was in first grade, my teacher, our classroom was themed the Berenstain Bears. That was the theme. Even on the door, it was a giant mama bear. Giant mama bear. It was like the pinnacle of my first grade experience. my backpack, my binders, my everything was the Berenstain Bears, because that was my theme for my classroom. And it was kind of like a school mascot, but just for first grade. And even my teacher, the Berenstain Bears, it was always the Berenstain Bears. And so now that everyone's saying it's the Berenstain, it's like, whoa, hold up, this ain't it, chief. So that's the Mandela effect. So we're gonna be looking at some more things that don't add up, and how people have misremembered it, and things like that. I literally have so many of these. I can't do all these, but alright. So one of my favorite movies growing up, and still to this day, is Star Wars. I freaking love Star Wars. Seen all the movies, have the t-shirts, have the onesies, have everything. Literally, like, my highlight of going to Disney World is going to the Star Wars portion. I am an absolute nerd when it comes to that kind of thing. Literally went to the midnight premiere. So when I heard this theory, I was freaking out. So basically the theory is that, it's not even a theory, it's a fact. So when Luke and Darth Vader are having that monumental crazy fight in Empire Strikes Back, when Luke realizes that Darth Vader is his dad, what does Darth Vader say? Luke, I am your father. We know, we all know that, but actually he never says that. Check this out.
He told me you killed him. No, I am your father.
No, I am your father. Wait, what? No, it's Luke, I am your father. Everyone knows it's Luke, I am your father. We all say that. That's a thing that happened. I remember hearing that. That is something everyone says. Like, come on, like, you're trying to tell me that's not a thing? Like, are you... I'm leaving again. I need a sip of my coffee, Lord Jesus. Remember the Monopoly Man? We all remember playing Monopoly. I personally hated it because it stressed me out. It stressed? Yep, that's a word. Now picture the Monopoly Man in your head. The little old guy with the top hat, the suit, the billionaire that we all wanted to be. What does he look like? What if I told you he never had that monocle, that little spectacle thing? Nope, that never existed, but you were probably picturing him with that. That's because we all had these alternative memories that actually never happened. So basically the theory is that our world was sucked into a black hole or some kind of alternate universe somewhere, and we remember things from this world differently than the last world, and the last world differently from this world. And so everything changes slightly but not completely. And you know, black holes do exist. Those are a thing. You know, I don't know if we've ever been through one, but they're out there. So it's not completely out of the question, but it's still really, really, really creepy to think about. And that's why we have so many alternative memories, because these things change slightly, but not all the way, but just enough for us to catch a glimpse of it. Because it's happened before in another universe, but in this universe, it's happened again. And now think about Kit Kat. We all know what Kit Kats are. They're little crunchy things that you eat. Think about it. Think about what the wrapper looks like. Picture it in your mind. It's red. Now what if I told you the Kit Kat symbol never actually had the little hyphen in the middle? Yep, it was always looking like this the whole time. But we all remember it as having Kit hyphen Kat. Now I'm guilty of this, you're guilty of this, we're all guilty of this. We all go to Cliff Notes, right? That was always a thing. Last minute projects, never read that book over summer, we all go to Cliff Notes. It's never been Cliff Notes. It's always been Cliff's Notes. Who says Cliff's Notes? That's not a thing. We don't go to Cliff's Notes, we go to Cliff Notes. But we all remember saying it as Cliff Notes, but it actually is Cliff's Notes. But none of us remember that. How do we not remember that? Alternate universe. Who remembers Tom Cruise in the movie Risky Business? We all remember him sliding through the living room with his sunglasses on and the white button-up shirt, dancing into whatever that thing was. Like, we all remember that. You probably dressed up as him for Halloween with your boyfriend or girlfriend or something. I don't know, maybe. What if I told you he never had on a white shirt? It was always pink. And he never wore sunglasses. That was a thing. But yeah, we all remember him wearing sunglasses and a white button-up shirt. You guys see where I'm going with this? You guys see the pattern here? You see my whole childhood's just collapsing and I don't know what to do about it. It's just, I'm not actually crying, I'm just got an itch in my eye. So I love thriller movies, I love horror movies, I love dark movies, I love psychological thrillers. Those are like my all-time favorite movies. I remember watching Silence of the Lambs for the first time when I was maybe like 14 or 15 because I just love those kind of thriller movies. So we all know when Hannibal Lecter says the famous line in Silence of the Lambs from 1991, hello Clarice, all creepy, but like way more creepy than that, because, you know, I'm not that, I mean, I'm creepy, but I'm not like a cannibal. In the arms of the angel. So we on the line, hello Clarice.
Good morning. Dr. Lecter, my name is Clarice Starling.
He never actually said that. Ever. But we all go around going, hello Clarice. My dad calls me and he says, hello Clarice. Like that's our thing. Like me and my dad have said that to each other before, because me and my dad love watching those kinds of movies together. And I don't want to go downstairs and tell him that never happened, because it's funny when he says it. And I love it when he says it because it cracks me up. But I don't want to tell him that never happened, because then I'm just ruin it. Like, how did that never happen? I remember it. I remember watching the movie and him saying that as she walked into the jail cell. That's for you, Mandela effect. That's for you. Okay, I literally have like 20 more. I'm just gonna stop there because I'm like just getting angry and confused and questioning everything. So I'm just gonna end the video there. That's just how we're gonna stop, and I'm gonna make part 2 on all my Mandela effects. If you know of any Mandela effects or you found any on your own, please comment, because I'd be very interested. Alright, well thank you guys so much for watching my conspiracy theory video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, that's okay, maybe next time. I really appreciate your support. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate that as well. I hope you all have a great spooky season, and love you all once again. Happy Halloween. Why did I... Now I actually do kind of look like a cannibal. Put my hands down. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next week. Stay safe out there. Hello, Clarice. I hate myself. All right, bye.